Hi Slayful people, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be ranking Friday Night Lights characters. I am so excited for this video. I don't know why. So this is part of like my rankings. I do like one a month. Maybe. I'm low-key trying to decide what I want to do for next month, so if you guys have any ideas, please comment them down below. I kind of want to do Dawson's Creek because now it's on Netflix. When I was watching it, it wasn't on Netflix, but now it's on Netflix, so I think I could go back, rewatch some things, and then rank them all. But we'll just have to see. I'm not 100% sure that I want to do that. But let me know if you guys would be interested in that or anything you'd be interested in. Please let me know in the comments. Thank you. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Obviously, like all of these, there is a big spoiler alert in these videos. If you have not seen the show, I would not recommend watching this video. Please leave, unless you don't care about being spoiled. If you don't care about being spoiled, you don't have to leave. But yeah, spoiler alert, obviously, please leave if you are worried about being spoiled. Also, other thing that I did not include in my notes but I wanted to say is I have not actually seen the show in like a year, but I also watched season 1 recently. So I've watched season 1 very recently, but I have not seen the other seasons in like a year. So just a reminder, like if you're like, wait, hold on, don't you remember this part and this part and this part and this part, just know that's because I haven't seen the show in a year. But I'm gonna try my best to recollect everything, and I think I have a pretty good idea of what happened. And like, since I watched season 1, I remember what happened in the later seasons, because I could be like, oh my god, this character said this, and then later on in the series they did something that totally did not work with that. So yeah, anyway, our characters are Tami Taylor, Julie Taylor, Tyra Collette, Eric Taylor, Tim Riggins, Matt Saracen, Landry Clark, Jason Street, The Smash, and Lyla Garrity. So those are our 10 characters. I always do top 10. Well, if I do a bookish thing, then it's just like the books, you know, like when I did Emily Henry. We love Emily Henry. These are my best books of 2025, if you're wondering, because it is still January when I'm making this video. I'm actually recording this video like literally a month in advance, but I have to film something, and this is like the best to film. I was like, ooh, I want to film this. So here we are. So yes, I have the best books of 2025 here, and so in February you'll see something different, but obviously I'm not filming in February. So anyway, yeah. So our number 10 is Lyla Garrity. Anyone surprised? No. If you know me, you know I hate Lyla Garrity so much. I think I recorded like an Instagram reel. I'll put it here. Like, I did my Friday Night Lights character and I got Lyla and I was like, oh my god, I need to die. Like, what the freak do you mean? Okay, that might be a little harsh. This is what I said. This girl loves herself way too much. Like, what are you doing? I think she got better over time, but not much better. I also hate when like a character has an arc and then they just go back down again. Like, that doesn't help me. I do understand that she goes through a lot with her mom and dad's divorce. She's definitely an eldest daughter. But she's not a very nice person, and she's definitely kind of a bully. I do love her and Riggins' relationship, though. I will talk about that more with Tim Riggins and everything, but I love their relationship so much. You can go watch fan edits. I love the fan edits. But yes, I do love Lyla and Tim Riggins' like relationship, and I do think that they both helped each other in their relationship, but I do think that like overall, as the show went on, and then we didn't see her, right? Like, we saw her at the beginning, and then we didn't see her until the end. Like, that just didn't feel right. Did we even see her at the end? I don't think so. Okay, next up, this is, The Smash. Number 9 is The Smash. I know a lot of people are gonna come for me for this, and I apologize, but I have some reasons why, obviously. Like Lyla, the Smash, I guess his real name is Brian Williams. I didn't know this, but then when I was researching, I found out his name was Brian Williams, and I was like, oh, never heard that name, but whatever. He's definitely kind of in love with himself. He really doesn't change that much, and I don't know, I really do like his relationship with that girl. That's definitely in season 1, and I definitely recollect that from season 1. I don't remember if they stay together. I don't remember, but like I wouldn't assume so just because of the way that the show goes. But he's a good boyfriend to her really a lot, and I do think that it's really hard to be a boyfriend to someone with that such a crazy disorder, and I think he does a really good job of like handling that and handling it well, and so I do think that that was great, and I do think he definitely has some good qualities, and I do love all these characters. Like, okay, next up we have Jason Street. Jason definitely had a downfall. Like, I feel like he definitely had a downfall. I think at the beginning, even after his accident, he was fine, and I really had no hate with this character. But as the show continued, he got with that girl, the one who the tattoo artist, where he got that weird tattoo. And I feel like that was the start of his downfall. And they went to Mexico for a while, and that was weird, and like there was a lot there. I think that was like the beginning of Lyla and Regan's relationship too. There was like tons of stuff there. But I do feel like at the end he had a good character, which is why I put him here, because he had a good character arc, and he got a job, he has a kid, he moved to New York, and so he seemed to figure it out. But I do feel like in the middle there he really did have kind of a downfall, but I think that the character arc actually arced. Like, okay, so if this was him at the beginning, he was here, and then it went down, but it went up again. It's like that, you know what I mean? Also, I didn't say this for the Smash, but if you ever see the number at the bottom, here, you know, it's the number of their jersey. I thought it would be a little fun add-on. So the Smash has 20, and then Jason Street has 6. Okay, next up, Landry Clark. He is number 7. I feel so bad putting him down here, but he just isn't that like great of a character. I feel like he's the least explored character in this show, which I feel really bad about because I do love Landry. Also, I did not know he played football, but apparently he did, and so I put the 21 down there because apparently his number was 21. I guess it was like afterwards, because like I guess Landry was younger than Saracen, and Julie was the same age as Landry, and so like Landry and Julie were still in high school when Saracen was like figuring out his whole life. So I guess that's when Landry played football. I'm remembering that now, but I did not remember that when I was doing my research. I was like, did Landry play football? Like, I had to go Google it. Landry is the funniest character on the show. I love how Coach Taylor calls him Lance. I know that's mean, but I don't care. But seriously, Landry really did grow in this show. He went from being just a main boy's friend to being a whole separate character. I really love that. I love that, like, they made a character who was just kind of a bestie of a different character, and like the main character, one of the main characters, and they actually made him a main character, and I really liked that and how he grew through the show. He literally killed a guy. He went to Rice University, and I don't know, I think he figured out who he was. I love this character, and I love Tyra and Landry's relationship so much. I was so sad to see them go, but I also think that it was expected. Not to be mean, but I think they had this weird age gap, which I think was strange. I think they could find each other like later in life. I definitely think that, like, after they get out of college, they go figure out their jobs and then they come back. I totally see Tyra as like a boss girl woman though, like figuring out her whole jobs in life, because I think that that's something that isn't really expected of her, and so that would be really interesting and fun. I love Tyra. We'll get there. But okay, number 6 is Matt Saracen. I feel so bad putting him down here, and I feel like I need to put him higher because I feel like I want to switch this one and someone else we'll get to later. But his number is number 7. During this like 6-7 meme, I was really obsessed, and I made a video about it. I was really obsessed with the fact that Jason Street's number was 6 and Matt Saracen's number was 7. I was like super duper obsessed. So I feel so bad putting Matt this low on the list because I truly love him so much. He's a wonderful boyfriend, but not only he's a wonderful grandson to his grandmother. That whole storyline breaks my heart literally every time. Like that whole thing with the grandma and everything, that literally breaks my heart, and I hate how it ended, but I also understand that that's just like life. He is a wonderful football player and a wonderful artist. I do not like that he and Julie did not stay together. It's actually my least favorite thing about this show, but I like to think that they end up together in the end. Well, the last episode, I think, Julie drives back to go see him, which... Editing Alice here, I did just fact check this, and they do actually end up together. If you want to see like the last clip of them, I inserted a clip of them from a creator here on YouTube in the description, so definitely go check out that video. It'll be under like Matt and Julie together in the end or something like that, so definitely check it out, and thank you so much. Sorry for that miscommunication there. It's still snowing. Like literally it snowed like 8 inches and it's still snowing. I have a snow day today. We're filming for a snow day. I don't know if you remember the snowpocalypse, but that's this. Up we have Tim Riggins. He is number 5. I love Tim. Also number 33. Oh my gosh, Riggins. This dude definitely... Wait, hold on. I need to remember the period. I literally put a period there. This dude definitely had some bad things, but overall, I would say that he's one of the better people on this show. What he did for his brother is something that I don't think most people would do for anyone. Like, literally, that is like the most... Like, that is the best thing you could do for someone. I think that he doesn't get enough credit for that. The fact that he and Lyla didn't end up together breaks my heart, as I said before. I think that they were good for each other, and I do hope they end up together. I did not like that other girl with the, like, curly hair. I'll put her here. I did not like her. Like, TBH, everyone's like, ooh. Well, I don't know if everyone's like, ooh, but I didn't like her. I think that they end up together, because, okay, so Tim Riggins gets out of jail, right? And he, like, buys a farm, I feel like this is something I know. Or doesn't he escape and go to Alaska? Something like that. Or maybe that's what his brother wants him to do. But I feel like he gets out. Am I wrong? Okay, next up, number 4, Eric Taylor. I love Coach Taylor. I did not know his name was Eric the whole entire time I was watching that show. TBH, I just found that in my editing. I always call him Coach or Mr. whatever. Eric, again, super weird, is such an amazing coach, father, and husband. I really don't think enough people give him credit. He had an amazing character arc. In the 2nd season, he literally moves away from his family in football, and in the last season, he moves away from football for his family. I loved writing that. I was like so proud of myself for coming up with that on my own. I was like, ooh, Alice, yes, okay. But seriously, that's actually what happens, and I love that, and I love that, and I love that. He cares so much about his daughters and his wife, as well as the players. So I recently read the book Beartown by Frederick Bachman, and probably in February I'll read the next one, or maybe, I don't know, not, but I want to read the next one. But I really connected, oh my god, what is his name? Peter and Kira remind me of Eric and Tami. Peter and Kira remind me so much of Eric and Tami because, oh my gosh. Okay, so Peter and Kira are like, okay, so I don't know if you've read Beartown, so maybe this is a spoiler that I don't need to say, but basically Peter and Kira are like a hockey version of Eric and Tami, and Peter like is like the main like person. He's the general manager of the hockey team. It's set in Sweden, whatever. And Kira does not like this town, and then something happens, like something really drastic and big, I won't say what, and in the end, Peter's like, hey, we could get out of this town. He's like, maybe this is the best thing for us to do, and I really think that is the same idea as Eric and Tami, so I love that, and I love those parallels. Okay, number 3 is Julie. Okay, this is why I'm like, I really need to switch her and Matt. I think that she made more mistakes than Matt did. Editing Alice here, and I actually put on my Instagram story who the people who follow my Instagram likes better, Matt or Julie, and a astounding 3 people said Matt, so I'm gonna go with Matt. So just know everything I say about Julie, just know Matt is better. And yeah, and I really do think that, you know, like as I'm writing this and as I'm editing this video, I'm like, no, Matt is definitely better. So I'm glad that I put that poll on my Instagram story, and this is just yet another reason you should follow my Instagram. I think that she makes a lot of mistakes, but I also think that is part of being a teenager. Overall, I would say she's a really slayful character, although I might not call her the world's best girlfriend. I wouldn't call her a good girlfriend, but I would call her a good, like, she's a good daughter, she's a good character, she's a good student, she's all those other good things, but I would not call her a good girlfriend. Like, I think there are other better, I mean, not Lyla. Lila's not a good girlfriend at all. Even though she, like, even not the cheating, like, besides the cheating, she's just not, but Julie's, like, not the best girlfriend either. I don't know what happened to my voice there. I think that she's also a good character, and she's an amazing friend and daughter. I love her relationship with her dad, and I honestly think it's really good, and I think that we definitely see Tami and Julie together a lot, and I do think that they are slayful, but I also think it's really fun to see the moments between Julie and Eric. I think that's really special and sweet. So let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think Matt's better or Julie's better? Let me know. Okay, next up we have number 2, Tyra Colette. Okay, I love Tyra. I love her so much. Tyra had literally one of the best character arcs in this entire show. She went from being someone who might not even stay in high school to a girl who finished college. There were so many things in the way of her finishing high school, but in the end she did it. I think that a ton of that is because of Tami, and I love their relationship so much. I apologize, everyone. I'm currently baking banana bread, so I thought it might be my mom being like, Alice, your banana bread's done, but I don't think it actually is. So that's why I checked my phone. I wouldn't normally do that, but I did. Okay. And now for number 1. I mean, you obviously know if you know the show, and I already listed my characters, but I'm so excited. I love Tami. I love her so much. She is a great wife, and she's a great mother, but she's also a great guidance counselor. I really literally cried when she became a principal, because I was like, oh my god, what are they gonna do? They're gonna have to get a new guidance counselor. I'm just gonna die. I really love her as a guidance counselor, and I do believe that she probably has helped more people than she could have ever imagined. I really think they are a power couple. Eric and Tami is what I mean by that, obviously. If she was real, I would literally, if she was real and I went to her school, I would literally spend I literally put in my notes, you already know I would 1,000% spend every day with her. Like, TBH, I would love to hang out with her office and ask her for advice. Like, seriously though. And I know everyone loves to talk about the scene where she's criticizing Julie for hanging out with Tyra, and there's a lot of that, but I also think that that shows an arc too. It's hard to be in a town like this where, like, the strip club is such a big deal, you know what I mean? And I think that Tami was worried that Julie would be sucked into that, but later on she realized that that's not what Tyra's all about, and there are good, great, amazing, slayful things about Tyra, and I really do think that that is awesome and slayful and amazing. And I think at some point she's like, are you going over to Tyra's house? Go over to Tyra's house. What did I do? Anyway, that's it. I'm sad. It only took 22 minutes. I'm so surprised, seriously. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. I always think it's so cringy and weird when I say that. Also, if you can't already tell, I have my January calendar up, so we really are in January. Follow my Instagram if you want more. Literally though, follow it, because you're always seeing what I'm gonna do and you're always really showing me what I'm gonna do. So definitely follow my Instagram and follow my Fable. I love Fable so much. Oh my god, I love Fable. I love it so much. If you're a bookish person, you already literally know how much I love Fable. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I love Fable. Fable is my everything. Fable is my baby. I literally cannot wait to film my January wrap up and February TBR. I'm like waiting for it. I'm like literally waiting, but I still have a week. How many days until I can film that video? I'm gonna film it either on the 3rd. I want to film it on the 1st though, because I'm doing a week in my life. That's already out. Okay. Thank you everyone. I hope you have a great day. And you know, slay at life. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye everyone.